Hello everyone, and welcome to the Mirador webinar on the Apple Device Enrollment Program with Mirador Online. My name is Sean Brennan, and I'm a marketing specialist here at Mirador. So let's have a look at the agenda. First, our technical specialist, Lassi Pekkarinen, will run through a demonstration and more about that shortly. And then we will follow up with a Q&A session with him to answer all of your questions. So feel free to type your questions in the question box during the demonstration. And then some closing remarks. So just a bit more about the demonstration. Lassi is going to run through the Apple Device Enrollment Program. He'll explain about joining and setting up DEP, and then show how to enroll devices with it. And now we'll begin the demo, and I'll hand it over to Lassi here.
Okay. I hope everyone can hear me. So
I can, and we can see your screen.
Excellent. So just a second, I will drag here my content available. Okay, so today we are going to talk about Apple DEP, so Device Enrollment Program, and how to use that to enroll and manage iOS devices with Mirador Online. So briefly about myself, I'm Lassi Pekkarinen. I'm the working as a senior technical specialist in Mirador on mobile device area and also on other matters. So we'll go through a demo which is going to last something like 50 minutes or so. And after that you have the possibility to ask questions in case you have some, as Sean mentioned. So okay, for the demonstration, I hope you see my screen. There's a Mirador Online site which is clean site. It doesn't have any devices yet as it shows, but my plan is to show you how to configure the Apple DEP to be used to enroll the devices, and then we'll do something just to demonstrate the management side. Okay, but first of all, about the Apple DEP. So it's an abbreviation about Device Enrollment Program, which is a Apple program which allows you to easily enroll company-owned Apple devices to management systems, such as Mirador Online. So actually I could show you briefly a image which hopefully explains how the DEP works. So on this image, on the left-hand side up there's an Apple. This presents Apple device reseller, so an authorized reseller for the Apple devices. So how the DEP program works is that first of all you need to register yourself into the DEP program. I'll explain the details in a minute. But then after the registration you can start using the program, and in practice it means that whenever you are ordering devices through your reseller, so you're placing the order in, your reseller will do a linking, so linking the new device with the serial number and all the identification numbers to your DEP program, and it also delivers the device to you. So then the DEP will be linked to your Mirador Online site. So there's a link between the purchased devices in the DEP program, and then your Mirador Online site will see all those devices, the device information. And after that you can start enrolling the devices from Mirador Online site. So then comes this enrollment and then the management phase. So the devices through the DEP, it's always linked to Mirador Online then. So the rest of the things will happen between Mirado Online and the device, and of course you as an administrator. But okay, about the DEP program itself, it has had some good benefits. As said, it's easy to enroll the devices, even in large volumes. So if you are purchasing devices in big bundles, then you can easily get them enrolled to your Mirado Online management system. The enrollment itself, it can be also forced, so you can be sure that all your devices which you have purchased, they will be enrolled to Mirado Online, and they are this way managed devices in your inventory. You can also automate the initial device setup, so if you are delivering the devices directly to the end users, they don't need to know how to set up the device for the first time and how to enroll it. This can be automated, so you can select which selections they need to do. Let's see that shortly. Then enrolling devices through DEP program, it allows you to also lock certain features. So for example, you can prevent the end user from removing the MDM management from the device, so it can be locked there. And it also, the DEP enrollment, it also enables the supervised mode, which is a mode needed for the most powerful management features in MDM, so managing iOS devices. For example, there are multiple different restrictions you can set only for the supervised mode devices. And what else? It's free to use, so you can register yourself or the company to the DEP program, and it doesn't cost you anything. So only limitation is that you need to purchase the devices through certified or authorized Apple device resellers. So how to register to DEP? There's a good documentation in our website, the support site. I will show you the documentation quickly. So let's see. Here's on our support resources site. There's a good documentation about how to enroll your company to the DEP program. And there's some things you should probably check in advance, and those are, of course, you need to find a reseller which is supporting the DEP. Normally most of the big reseller companies support this, but if this limits out probably the small local stores, for example, so you need to check that if your reseller is supporting DEP. And to enroll yourself then, or the company, to the DEP, you need to have an email address. There's one limitation: you cannot use the same address in other Apple services, so it needs to be a kind of a new company web address, no email address. Then you need to contact your reseller and get the DEP reseller ID, and it's good to know also your Apple customer number, so you can get those by contacting the reseller. And then lastly, you need to have a DUNS number, which is abbreviation of Dun and Bradstreet identification number, which is used to identify businesses around the world. So I think it's a 9-digit number you will get by registering to this service. So if you don't have one, you can follow this link and apply for the number. So there's instructions how to do that. So that's an Apple requirement, how to do the registration to DEP. But okay, let's move on to the actual demonstration then. So on this Mirado Online site I have here, as said, it's an empty site. It doesn't have any devices yet. But let's start configuring the Apple DEP. So in this situation, you need to have already the registration for the DEP program. So let's move on to the infrastructure diagram. And scrolling down here, it says Apple Device Enrollment Program. And as said, as you can see, it's not yet configured. So let's click Configure here. Okay, for the configuring, you need to first download a certificate which is identifying Mirado Online as a management service. So let's click here. It's downloading a certificate file. Chrome does say that, do you want to keep the file? So let's keep it and close the page. Then let's move to the next step. You need to sign into the Apple Device Enrollment Program web interface. I have the web interface already open on the background. So let's see, I'll bring that up. Let's see. So I'm already logging in. So I kept my user account hidden from you. Then there's two-step verification or authentication. So it's sending me a text message with the verification code. So let's wait a second for that to come up. So that's here on my phone. In this case it was like this. And let's click continue. Okay, the resolution seems to be a bit big on this portal, but I guess we'll manage. So this is the Apple DEP portal, or actually it includes also the volume purchase program things then. But in this case we are interested in the device enrollment program, so let's move on here. So in this portal you can add one or multiple servers. In this case we seem to have lots of servers for the demos we've been given, but let's add a new one for this purpose. So first of all let's write a friendly name. Let's use webinar. So this is just the display name for the server on this list. Then in case you have only one production server added, you can tick this box which is saying then that it will automatically assign all the new devices you purchase through the reseller program or the DEP program through the reseller channels. Those will be then automatically assigned to this server. But in this demo case I will not tick that, as we have multiple others as well. So let's click next here. Then it's asking for a file. So let's click that, and here is the file I just downloaded from the Mirado Online site. So we need to have this to create the connection. So let's click next. On the second phase then it gives back your server token, which you need to then transfer to your Mirado Online site, which kind of creates the link in the end. So let's download this file also. So then we are done on this portal side. I'll move on back to the Mirado Online interface. So we've done this part, so let's click next. And now it's asking for the server token, which we just downloaded from the DEP portal. So it was this file. Let's open that. And it says it was successfully uploaded. So let's click next. Okay, next step is that there's a thing called enrollment profile, which is configuring the settings, how the devices will be enrolled to your Mirado Online site then. So there are certain settings and then certain setup screen options you can modify in this phase. So about the settings, there's 5 different ones saying you can select would you like to have all those devices enrolled as a supervised mode devices. So enabling all those management features. So let's keep that. Then you can select that enrollment is mandatory, so it means that the end user doesn't even have an option to skip the enrollment. It's always enrolling the device to your management. So let's keep that as well. Then you can, if you want, you can allow the MDM profile removal. So it means that the end user could remove the device from management, but let's not enable that. So it's forced enrollment. Then you can allow device pairing if you want, or you can deny it. So we can keep that. And then for Mirado Online functionalities, you can use also device tags, which are then added to the device itself. So let's keep that. So it will add a tag called DEP to the device. So it's easy then to recognize the devices enrolled through DEP program. So then about the iOS setup screen. So when the device is then enrolled, so it requires the device to be reset. So it's either a new device or then you need to reset a device which has been already in use. And during the initial device setup, there's lots of screens that it's normally asking the end user for every kind of questions. But if you want to disable these options, you can just select which ones you don't want to see. Let's maybe for the demonstration let's skip everything. So I believe you know how the setup is normally going. So there's lots of these questions, but you can really make those to be skipped. So the end user doesn't need to select things at all. Okay, so now it says enrollment profile is how the enrollment program is configured, and there's also the enrollment profile added as part of this wizard. So let's see to the devices view. As mentioned, I don't have any devices here yet. So let's then check the Apple DEP view, which is the view listing all the devices assigned from the DEP program to this management server, this MDM server. So at the moment I don't have any devices. I just added the MDM server to the DEP portal here, but as it shows, the number of devices is 0. So normally if you select that, devices will be automatically assigned to this server, and then whenever the reseller links the new devices to your DEP, the device will be linked to that automated server, or the one selected for the automated enrollment. But in this case, as this is the demonstration server, I need to add the device manually from here. So I have the serial number of the device I'm using in this demonstration here, so I will just copy and paste it here. You can have, for example, a CSV file which includes all those devices if you have purchased a lot of devices in advance, so it's easy to then manage those on this DP portal. So this is the serial number of my demo device. Then I choose action assign to server, and then from this MDM server list I will select the server we just added as part of the process. So let's click OK, and it reminds that you need to upload the new data also to your Mirador online site, so that you see the device there, and then you need to remember to assign the enrollment profile. So if we go here back to the managed servers, now it should show that there's one device assigned to this MDM server. So let's jump back to the Mirador online view. So previously in this Apple DEP view, it didn't list any devices, but let's click here the update devices action, which will then contact the DEP on the Apple side and retrieve the list of the devices assigned to this MDM server. So here is now the device I just linked on the DEP portal. Okay, the status of the device, it shows that the enrollment profile is not assigned, and of course the device is not enrolled either. So in this view, if you have a lot of devices linked to your MDM, you can still select that which ones you want to enroll through the DEP. So it's not forcing you to enroll every device you have there listed under the DEP. So the ones you want to enroll, you need to select and then use the option to assign enrollment profile. At this point I will not assign any additional tags, so let's just click assign. So the status is now assigned, so it means that the device itself, whenever it's then enrolled, there's an enrollment profile waiting for it. So it's applying that profile during the enrollment. So let's then check the demo device. I have a device here. It has been in use earlier, but I've reset it, so I've erased all the content and all the settings from the device, and it's now powered off. So let's power it on. It takes a while when it boots up, and it should be starting to ask the initial setup screens. Okay, it says SIM card locked, so I will unlock the SIM card. It has one inserted. So this is the device. It's in the same way as it would be just unboxed from a box. So the things the end user need to do is to select the language. Let's use English. And as we are in Finland here, so let's select Finland. So it's now setting the language. So this is a mandatory option anyway. The end user needs to do. Then for the enrollment, it always needs a network. So let's use, for example, our guest network here. You'll see the password at the same time, so you're welcome. You're welcome here to visit us at the office as well. So now it says it may take a few minutes to activate your iPad. So it has now the network connection, and it's now contacting the Apple DEP service just to see if it has been assigned to any MDM service. And now it says Mirador Oy, which is the Mirador Ltd in Finnish. So it says it will automatically configure your iPad. So let's click Next. And now it's installing that enrollment profile we just assigned on the Mirador online site. And now it says, welcome to iPad, get started. Okay, so there's our iPad now set up. It didn't ask for any kind of those additional initial setup questions. It just went through the configuration and applied that based on what we selected in the enrollment profile. So if we refresh the view here, it says the device has been enrolled. And if we go here to the devices list, it shows that there's a new iPad listed here. One thing to notice that the end user in this case it's empty. That's because it doesn't know who is the user, where to assign the device. But if you are enrolling a large number of devices, there's one option you can do is to use the CSV import in the user's view. So you can import CSV which includes the device identifiers, and you can also define the end users who these devices will be assigned to. So you can import this identifier list with the end user information in advance, and then when you start to enroll the devices, those will be automatically assigned to each of those end users. So you don't need to then manually select the user in the devices view. But let's see the device itself. It's online and under the management normally, like any other device. Okay, for the demonstration, I guess we could, for example, send there a configuration profile just to see that everything works. So let's create a new configuration profile. Let's select iOS. Next. I have here something prepared. And then you can select that, is it for home screen or both? So let's select both and click Next. I give a name like company wallpaper, and let's click Create. Close. And like you saw on the device end, it doesn't have more than the default wallpaper image there. But let's go here and then select the profile and deploy. And to this one and only device we currently have in this site. And let's deploy and close. And then I'll move to the device. There is a familiar face of the background. So the deployment works. Okay, this was basically the part. So to sum up, the DEP program, it's a powerful and easy way to enroll the device, company-owned devices to Mirador Online. It enables many of these management features. Can configure things through the enrollment profile, like supervised mode and preventing the MDM removal, and also the supervised mode then enables lots of options in the restrictions, kiosk mode things, and so on. So I guess that's all I was planning to show you. I hope you got good information and know how to proceed with the DEP enrollments. So I guess then we had the part for the questions.
Right, yeah, thank you, Lassi, for that great demonstration. Yeah, it seems that we have two questions here. One you already kind of went over, but maybe just to kind of reiterate again, we have from the audience. So can the Mirador profile be removed from the client side after they enrolled via DEP?
Yeah, yes and no. It depends how you configure it. So that was part of the enrollment settings. So let's go to the Apple DEP view. So when we configured the Apple DEP to Mirador Online, there was the enrollment profile selection, but you can also reconfigure it from the Apple DEP view. So the enrollment profile settings link is here. So let's click that. So as part of this, there was the selection of allow MDM profile removal. So you can either allow it or keep it as default, so it's denied then. So this means that the end user cannot remove the management. So I guess this should address the question.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, great, very good. We have another question from another attendee. Say I want to get rid of an old device in my company. Besides wiping it, is there any way to get unenrolled out of DEP?
Okay, that has kind of two steps. One thing is that if you just want to unenroll the device, you can do it for example here. So select the device and then click unenroll. So this will drop it away from the MDM management through Mirador Online, but it keeps it still as part of your DEP. So it's listed under the DEP, so you can, for example, re-enroll it through the DEP and so. But if it's a device that you will get rid of, so if you are selling it or destroying it, if it's a broken device or so, then the DEP terms and conditions, they even list that you need to maintain the device list, in that sense that if you know that you are selling a device out of your company, you need to remove it from your DEP device listing. And to do that, you need to go to the DEP portal. So let's see, I have the portal here. So you need to go to Manage Devices, like we did earlier in this demonstration. And then I will get let's use the same device serial number here. So let's say this device would be then sold out from the company, for example. So I'm looking for the device by the serial number, and in this action menu there's another option called unassigned device. So this is to remove the device from the MDM server, but it keeps it still in the DEP. But in this case you need to use this disowned devices, so it means that you don't own the device anymore. So you would need to select this and click OK. So this will remove the device from your DEP listing, and then you won't see it again in your DEP. And actually it also mentions that you cannot even add it back to this DEP anymore. So you cannot get it back if you one time remove it. So it doesn't support buying back the device anymore.
Okay.
In that sense.
Good to know. Doesn't appear to be any more questions, so I'd like to thank everyone for attending, and I'd like to thank Lassi for the presentation. We'll have a transcript of the Q&A sent out to you who've attended, along with a video link recording of the webinar sent out to you soon. And so thanks again, and don't forget to join us next week at 2:00 p.m. Central European Time for our webinar on business policy enforcement. Thank you and have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.